Greetings guys, it's Chappers from Chapman Guitars. Very exciting video today. A couple of cool things going on that I want to share with you because as I'm a sharing, caring kind of guy, you know. You know what's really bad is when you make yourself a beautiful black coffee with a bit of cinnamon and a bit of sugar, but you didn't put cinnamon in and in fact you put cumin in your coffee. It tastes alright. I guess I just invented kufi, or kumofi, or komuthin. While I'm doing this, by the way, I've got a bit of a first world problem. I have so many guitars, because I own a guitar company, obviously it's a perk of the trade, that what I've discovered is that with my playing, I'm tending to pick up a different guitar every day, and I'm not really focusing on one or two guitars, and I think that's better for a player. And so what I did yesterday was I strung and set up 5 guitars, and today I'm going to have a bit of a Chappers shootout on my own guitars, which might sound like a strange thing to do, but I need to do it because I've got to record an album in a few months' time, and I've got to be on peak game on the playing, as my buddy Dane would say. So anyway, in between chatting about these retailers, I'm going to be trying out some of these guitars and then picking 2, hopefully by the end of the video, Rob, that you will focus on, he said in a strange third-person kind of way. And this is the first one. This is a standard ML3, off-the-line production model. I've taken it to some places and played it to some people and it sounds like this. Stamp, stamp. Well, that's number 1, I guess. Chapman Guitars returned valiantly from the NAMM show recently, and lots of exciting happenings happened therein that I thought I'd share with you since the quest was victorious. As you know, Chapman Guitars started life with one retailer, brilliant retailer, called Andertons in Guildford, which is fantastic, and Lee Anderton is my business partner in Chapman Guitars. He's my buddy. And then we got an awesome, brave, new, pioneering retailer from Norway, land of the Vikings, called Evenstad Music, and they're great. And so Chapman Guitars are sold through Evenstad in Norway and Andertons in Guildford, Englandshire of the United Kingdoms. And we went to the NAMM show because we really wanted to be able to help customers in other countries without shipping guitars thousands of miles, and then if there was ever a problem sending them to a local tech or whatever. It was just stupid really. We wanted to give them good customer service. And obviously sell more guitars, because if I sell more guitars, then my relationship with the factory is better and I can make cooler things that don't necessarily sell in great numbers, but they're really exciting to make. And I'm in this game to make wicked guitars because that's what excites me. So, off to NAMM we ventured. And my objective was to get one American retailer and come back victorious. And I'm really excited to say that we came back with about 5 retailers, which was just beyond our wildest dreams. And I'm going to tell you who they are. And hopefully if you live anywhere near them, you can pop down and say hi from me and from yourselves. If you want to buy a Chapman guitar, you'll be looked after by these brilliant retailers around the world, all of whom I have personally spoken to and vetted, and they have the Chappers Monkey Lord seal of approval. I've recently been listening to Lana Del Rey, who's a bit like a modern day female version of Johnny Cash, although not as sexy. I think she's kind of cool. What do you think? we went to NAMM, back on target, stay on target. And can you tell I'm excited? This is what happens when I get excited. So we picked up some retailers, and they're really cool, and I want to list them for you. If you live in Denver or anywhere near Denver, which is in America, then go and see my buddy Ike. He's a really nice guy. You can totally trust Ike. He will completely sort you out. He's really focused on customer services. He is a lovely dude, and he runs a little tiny store in Denver. It's a very small store. It's small, and I like that because it means if you walk through the door, he'll see you and he'll help you. Next, moving on, I've got a list over here because there are so many, which is really cool. The first American retailer for Chapman is and was my buddy Joe. And Joe runs an incredible guitar store in Minnesota called Riff City Guitar Outlet. It's a big name, so I call them Riff City. And really cool story, but very short. Joe has a son called Will, for whom I am eternally indebted, gratitudinally, because Will said to his dad, "Dad, you've got to go check out Rob. He's a cool guitar playing man. He calls himself the Monkey Lord, and he's got a guitar company." And Joe knew nothing about me, had never touched a Chapman guitar or laid eye upon my fine visage, and he came along and he signed us up straight away. And it was just like when you see something in your head and it's perfect and it happens for real. It was just like that. He's a really nice guy. He gets excited like I do. And again, he's really focused on customer services, keeping the retail price the same everywhere. He's just a decent, honest guy running a mum and pop store in Minnesota. And so if you live anywhere near Minnesota, go and see Joe. This one plays good. So, got some new foam and foot stuff on the floor too. Oh, I'll show you. Got some cool things. I actually wasn't playing through this then, but I will do at the end. I have a friend called Billy Blunt on my forum who started making pedals, and he sent me this. It's called the Corn Star, and essentially it's a plexi job in a box. And this pedal surprised me because Billy's a mate of mine. He's on my forum and he sends me a pedal, and so I'm thinking, well, I hope it's good, because each one of these he makes, and they're all handmade by hand, and I have a lot of really good pedals, and this has just replaced one of the big pedals on my board by a brand who are big, and I'm not going to mention the name because it might upset somebody, but anyway, this is a really good pedal. Green Carrot pedals or effects. I'll link here. Bow! And this is the Corn Star. Here is a secret amp with a rhythm sound. Here is the Corn Star by Green Carrot pedals. man. That is a dirty pedal. I mean, it's got a violin sustained for days. Anyway, it's great. Check them out, Green Carrot pedals, and that's the Corn Star, and it's Monkey Lord approved. Moving on. Next, we move to Canada, to my Canadian brethren, of whom I have great love and affection for, and we were fortunate enough to get 3 stores, all of whom are in Calgary, and it's Guitar Works. Now, Guitar Works are a cool chain of stores, very nice people, they run them professionally, great customer services. They're about to launch a new website because the old one is old and a bit outdated. Please go and see Guitar Works, and you can find them here. Boom! So that's 3 stores there, that's pretty good going, isn't it? So this is the prototype one. God damn, it's heavy. The difference is that I weight relieved, if you can believe this, if you own an ML3, the regular model from this one. This is undoubtedly the heaviest guitar I've ever played in my life, but then it sounds like the heaviest guitar I've ever played in my life. It sounds like this. It's an absolute beast. It's like playing an ogre. And it sounds great, and I love the feel. Yeah, this is pretty high up there. There is one more store that is not yet on board, but I would very much like to be on board, and that is my very good friend Ryan from Chapman in Texas. And Ryan has a store called RNA Music, and it really is a very small store. They essentially deal, a mom and pop store, they essentially deal in tuition. They teach kids drums and guitars and singing and stuff. Great people. I've known Ryan personally for about 5 years. Ryan is trying to find the money to buy the minimum order from Chapman, because the way that Chapman Guitars works is that the retail store buys direct from our factory so that we don't have to pay a distributor or a warehouse company. So the guitars end up more profitable for the retailer, but also the end user, you guys, get a great deal. But obviously you've got to buy a minimum order to fit on one pallet to ship. So for a little dude like Ryan, it's a bit of money. And what he's done, very cleverly, is he's launched an online campaign to raise the funds to make his first order. So if you'd like to buy a guitar from Texas, or just help Ryan, you can find his campaign here. Bazam. Ryan fits in perfectly with the Chapman Guitars retail crew because of this. As you can see, he fits in. So please help Ryan, and I really hope he joins the retailing family. This was the first, well, this is the prototype Swamp Ash ML1 Blackback that we made. I really love this guitar. Got a soft spot for it because it's the first Swamp Ash guitar we made, and I'm a big fan of Ash. And yeah, it's strung with dirty, thick strings, and it sounds like this. it's a great guitar. Man, this is going to be really hard. We were contacted by other retailers, some of whom have not yet sealed the deal, but I'm very excited about. There are some in South America, Colombia, which could be very cool. We were approached by Thomann, which was a real surprise, and we went back with details and they haven't come back to us yet, so it was a bit of a shame because that would have been cool for our German friends, of which we have thousands of German friends. I mean, my YouTube demographic is about a quarter German. So, Thomann, if you're out there, we would like to do business with you, and I'm sure Germany would as well. Well, I think I've made my mind up. I wonder if you can tell which two guitars from the five I've played I'll be using. Answers in the comment section below. As you know, I am definitely Rob Chapman. Oh, I've got one more thing to show you, apart from the cumin coffee. Wait, I'll go handy cam on this one. The lovely guys at Gravitational Plectrums, or Gravity Picks, sent me these. Look, these are all Chapman branded. Wait, that's the wrong way around. Picks. They look really nice, and I'm really impressed with the work. I'm thinking about getting some made to sell, or to give away with some of the higher end guitars that we're going to be making later this year. Did I just let out some special information? I don't know. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested because obviously you guys will be buying them if you want them. And I'm all about providing product that people like. I've been Rob Chapman, and it's been great to speak to you today. Thank you so much for being involved. Before you go, I think I'll show you something that I think gives you an insight into my life. I like to eat porridge with a giant wooden spoon because it makes me feel like a bear. Bye.